Hey everyone, you're watching KTAL News Now. I'm your host Anthony Mocklin, and today is Thursday, which means we are looking to the weekend ahead. We are almost there. The weekend is in sight, and although the weekend does call for a little bit of rain, it's still going to be pretty hot as the whole region is under an excessive heat warning. So if you're looking to beat the heat this weekend, Caddo Common Park is hosting their annual Water Day, and they will have a bunch of different water slides as well as slip and slides and hands-on art activities for those of you who don't want to spend all your time in the water. And be sure to bring a bunch of towels as well as sunscreen because, like I said, it's going to be hot still with the UV, even if it's a little overcast. And if you want to dry off, be sure to bring towels because they will not be provided. And for as far as activities go for children, there will be free face painting where you can get any design you want of different animals or whatever your children want. And that will take place at the Caddo Common Park tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m. downtown on Texas Avenue. It is open to all ages. It is a free event. Anyone can enjoy and just have a good time and slide down the water slides. It's just a good way to get out the house and beat the heat because it is really, really hot. And another way you can do that is with a frozen treat like a snowball. If you're from Louisiana like I am and grew up here, you'll know that snowballs are a huge thing here. And I particularly am a huge fan of them, just like I said, growing up here. And the closest thing that I've seen to an authentic, like true New Orleans snowball so far since I've been up here is at Streetcar Station, which is celebrating their third-year anniversary tomorrow. And their location is at Barksdale Boulevard in the East Bank Bossier, kind of near Hurricane Alley, around that area. And that will take place tomorrow from noon to 5 p.m. And during that time, customers can come in and grab a $3 medium snowball. And anytime during that time, you can get that. And if you're an Anika Federal Credit Union member, all you have to do is just show your debit or credit card, and you can get a free snowball up to the first 200 people because they went ahead and provided free snowballs for their members. And there will also be raffles throughout the day that include two $25 gift cards to Streetcar Station as well as merchandise. And if you've never been to Streetcar Station, it is a snowball stand primarily, yes. But it also has an indoor Nerf party space if you want to host your children's birthday parties and just have a good time while eating snowballs and then just having a Nerf fight with Nerf guns and everything. And that is called the Swamp at their location. And the grand prize raffle that can be won is a joint Nerf and snowball party. And all you have to do to enter that is to download their mobile app, the Streetcar Station mobile app, and you will be automatically entered to win. So a lot of prizes up for grabs. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of snowballs. I'm kind of a snob when it comes to it, just being from New Orleans. And I would love to hear any of your favorite flavors. If you have a particular go-to, never fails, old reliable, that you always like to go with, I would love to hear from you. You can contact me at amocklin@ktalnews.com. And you can hit me up just to talk snowballs or any events or news you want me to cover. If you've watched the show previously, you'll know that I'm a huge movie and video game fan, so I'm always down to just talk anything entertainment as well as sports. I grew up playing sports my whole life pretty much, and I'm always down to talk sports, especially with football around the corner. We finally have a football game tonight with the NFL's Hall of Fame game. It's thankfully the last week without football until, I don't know, February maybe after the Super Bowl. So really, really good time to be a sports fan as football is kicking back up and your fantasy leagues are trying to get back and running again. I know my fantasy league back home in New Orleans, we just helped decide our draft order last night. So that was a lot of fun. And it's just everybody's starting to get that fantasy fever. As soon as August 1st hits, even though it's technically not August 1st today, but that's usually like the unofficial start of fantasy football. And that's when I start kind of research and start listening to a bunch of fantasy podcasts from people I trust. So just to get in that mindset and just prepare for the inevitable draft day. So that's a lot of fun. If you're from New Orleans, in regards to snowballs, like I said, if you have a favorite flavor, don't be afraid to hit me up. My email is amocklin@ktalnews.com. And if you're a fan of streetcars, which is what Streetcar Station is named after, the Texarkana Regional History Museum actually has a brand new railroad exhibit that they are opening this weekend, Friday and Saturday. And it primarily deals with the impact of railroads in the city's history of Texarkana. And Alexandra Meacham actually has more on that and how it's impacting the city.
To celebrate, they are inviting the community to the official opening this weekend, where there will be a chance for both kids and adults to win some prizes. For the kids, there's a scavenger hunt with prizes, courtesy of Amtrak. And for the adults, they are selling $50 raffle tickets for the chance to win a week-long vacation in Austin, plus a $100 Amtrak ticket to help get you there.
It's about getting people interested in the railroads, giving you a chance. Somebody's going to get that opportunity to ride the railroad all the way down to Austin and spend a week down there and soak in some more history, because you'll be just a couple of blocks off of 6th Street and you're going to be just a few blocks away from the University of Texas.
That is great. Railroads are a core of history. Oftentimes railroads were there far before towns or cities. And raffle tickets will be sold at this event on Friday and Saturday until supplies run out.
And speaking of grand openings, there will actually be 3 ribbon cuttings held throughout the month of August in Shreveport, with the celebration of 3 brand new businesses. The month of August is National Black Business Month, and these 3 ribbon cuttings will help kick off that month because all 3 businesses are black owned. And the first one is the Hollywood Quick Stop, which is opening on Linwood Avenue. These ribbon cuttings are being presented by the Shreveport-Bossier African American Chamber of Commerce. And like I said, the Hollywood Quick Stop, that grand opening and ribbon cutting will be held tomorrow at 2. And that is at the Linwood Avenue location. It is a black-owned convenience store, and there will be a bunch of different giveaways, music, and fun for the whole family. And if you've ever been to Hood Bocce Taco, it's right around the corner from that. So there will be plenty of food available for everyone to celebrate as they open a brand new business. And the next ribbon cutting will be held the following week on next Friday, August 9th. And that business is called Comfort Cove LLC. And that will be opening on Jewella Avenue in Shreveport. And it is described as an adult day and community habilitation center. There will be a bunch of different local vendors, as well as a blood drive for those willing to donate blood, and free health screenings and information on health and wellness. So be sure to put that on your calendars. It's going to be a great time and just a great resource for the community in terms of health. And the final ribbon cutting will take place on August 23rd, and that business is Flora K's Louisiana Home Healthcare Agency, and that location will be opening on Marshall Street in Shreveport, and that is described as a compassionate in-home care to individuals and families. So it's primarily serving the community in providing in-home care to families, like it said. So be sure to mark those on your calendar. It's a great celebration of black-owned businesses in the area, and it's something that they could really use your support with in a community that's usually underrepresented when it comes to businesses and ownership. So it's great to see that and just that initiative that's being put forward. And if you're looking to also stay local and support local businesses and vendors and restaurants and everything in between, the Bossier Farmers Market, which is held every Saturday from now until it kicked off back in April, but it runs every single Saturday until November. But this Saturday in particular is their 10th annual Dog Days of Summer, where they encourage guests to bring their pets and just have a great time. There's going to be a bunch of pet-centered vendors there that will offer pet treats, food, clothing for pets, free samples of different foods and things to try. And if it's, like I said earlier, it's going to be really hot, so they're well prepared. There's going to be plenty of water on hand, and there will also be a bunch of grass, cooling tents, and also an ice pool for pets for them to cool off. Because if you're hot, then they're definitely hot with all that fur on them, so they need that place to cool off, so it's great that they're providing that for them and for pet owners. There will also be local pet organizations that are present, as well as rescues and nonprofits to help give you more information if you're looking to adopt a pet. There will be plenty of resources available and information to make a well-informed decision on that, because it is a big responsibility, and just how to do it the right way. And I know there's a big initiative on Adopt, Don't Shop, where there's plenty of pets that are currently up for adoption right now that are just in adoption centers and rescue centers. And it's usually more ethical to adopt rather than just buy one from a breeder, because they can upcharge as much as thousands of dollars for these like purebred pets. But I'm a big proponent of Adopt, Don't Shop. I am wholeheartedly with the stance that you should adopt the pets that are in need rather than people who are just trying to turn a profit. I can go on and on about that, but that's for another day. But the farmers market itself is full of local vegetables and fruits that will be there, and other produce, and there will also be a bunch of different homemade items such as jam or jelly, homemade salsas. If you've watched the show previously, you'll know I'm a sucker when it comes to homemade salsa. I love spicy foods and trying different things, and that's just not out of my comfort range. But I also like the spicy aspect of it as well as the taste, because if it's just spicy for the sake of it, it's not really good. So I like the quality when it comes to a nice salsa. And other homemade items include honey, as well as soap and arts and crafts that will be available with local artists that are putting their collections on display. And other handmade goods, just very local things, small businesses that you can contribute to and support. And that will take place on the south side of the Pierre Bossier Mall. It's right behind the Starbucks. And like I said, that runs every single Saturday all the way until November. So be sure to check that out. It's a great cause. You're supporting local, which is awesome. It's great to see the community come out and support smaller businesses and come together as a family, essentially. And another way that you can get involved in the community is through the Urban League of Louisiana's big health event, which takes place this Saturday from 10 to 3 p.m. at the Shreveport Convention Center. And that is a free health and wellness experience where there'll be so many different things regarding health and wellness, including free screenings and health talks. There will also be cooking demonstrations, as well as fitness and movement classes with personal trainers. Just ways to get active and stay healthy and just lead to a better lifestyle. There will also be resources and information for small businesses. If you're looking to start a business like the three I mentioned earlier, it's definitely a great resource to find out what exactly you need to do and how you go about doing it. And there will also be a bunch of different giveaways. And if you're worried about bringing your kids along, if they're not going to be interested or have anything to do, there will be plenty of kids activities. One of them is actually these different zones that's described as STEM adventures. So that's really interesting to have like an educational activity for them to do the whole time. And there will also be back to school giveaways, because back to school is ramping up pretty quickly now. Tomorrow is the start of August, so we are right in the swing of things when it comes to back to school. So it's just helping them get prepared, and they can be ready for class day one with all the backpacks, pencils, pens, notebooks, any supplies that they need to help them be the best they can be in the classroom. And there will also be a career fair for adults with on-site job interviews, and there will be plenty of local businesses that are looking to hire, so be sure to dress your best and bring your resumes just so you're prepared for that. And the main focus of the Urban League of Louisiana is that they want equal access to health care and wellness programs from anyone. It doesn't matter what background you're from, what race you are, or what your financial status is. They just want everyone to have that equal and fair access to health care, which is a really great initiative. It's really awesome to see that they are putting on this huge event for people that is completely free. It's free to get in. There's free parking. There's also free bus transportation provided by Sportran to the event, and you can find more information about that on our website at ktalnews.com. You can find everything you need to know, where to park, where to get the bus transportation, and just how to get to and from the event, as well as what you need to bring for the career fair, for example, and just what jobs and businesses will be there and what you can expect, as well as if you're looking to improve your health. You can find way more detailed information on our website at ktalnews.com. And if you're looking for something fun and exciting to do this weekend, the Cargill Park BMX Park is hosting a BMX State Championship Qualifier this weekend, presented by USA BMX, which is a huge organization throughout the country. It's just providing BMX and growing the sport of it throughout not just the U.S., but also Canada, as there also is a BMX Canada that is just, like I said, growing the sport. And the state championship qualifier would take place this Saturday at 10 a.m. You can register in person starting at 9 a.m., but then you have until 10 a.m. to register, and then at that point they will close registration and then begin the races shortly after. So if you're experienced in BMX, it's definitely something you want to check out. It's something that you can get involved in and just have a great time. But if you're also not familiar with BMX, or if you're looking to get into it, if you're a beginner, they also offer beginner clinics all the time. They recently had one last month, which was hosted by BMX professionals and trainers. So if you, like I said, you don't have to be this expert at BMX or just have all these years of riding under your belt. It's something for everyone that you can enjoy. And this championship in particular will bring several local families and riders from across the region to compete. And the Cargill Park BMX track is actually the third oldest BMX track in the country, which I didn't know. That's a crazy stat. It's really awesome to see it thriving still, and especially in a growing BMX community in Shreveport. I did not realize that the BMX community in Shreveport was such a big thing, but it's awesome to see that they have that avenue to pursue their interests in their hobby. And even if you, like I said, even if you don't do it or want to do it professionally, it's something that anyone can enjoy as long as you have the right gear, and they provide the bikes and everything like that. So just be sure to check that out if you want something fun to do this weekend. They have cited that if you're not familiar with the benefits of BMX, it can be a dangerous sport, yes, but it also provides several different benefits regarding physical and mental health, including improving heart health and your balance and your coordination and your strength as far as the physical aspects, but the mental aspects are even greater when it comes to building your self-confidence and having that focus and determination to get out there and do your best and problem solve, because you can run into some snags if you're trying to perform like a certain trick or just get up over a hill or a bump. So it's definitely something that you can provide to your everyday life and have those life skills. And the social benefits of it are great as well, because although it is an individual sport, it's just you out there trying to beat the clock and beat all the other riders. There's a very strong camaraderie among local riders, and not just locally but statewide, because like I said, the community is growing. It is a very fast growing community that is very supportive and very family like in the sense of anyone can do it, anyone can try it, or if they are a veteran, they could be with like-minded people. Like I said, it is for everyone to try. It's something that if you want to just shake something up this weekend and try something new, it's definitely something that you can do. So, but that's all I have today. I'm looking forward to all those events this weekend. And like I said, if you want to talk anything, or if you want a certain topic you want me to cover, or event that you want me to talk about, you can reach me at amocklin@ktalnews.com. You can catch me as well as our older episodes on our YouTube at KTAL News, where we stream KTALnews.com, KTAL News Now, every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. But for now, I'm Anthony Mocklin. I hope y'all have a great weekend. We are almost there. We can do it. Just got to get through a few more days. But I hope y'all have a great day, and thank you for joining us.